Hey, today is July 29th, journal entry. If you hear this weird noise as a fan, I'm actually in the tiny room with the itty bitty vent, so there's not much air. I just want to start off by saying that today was actually a pretty good day. I was rather calm most of the day. Again, since I started taking the Claritin for my allergies, it's actually kind of made it, I seem like extra groggy or sleepy. Um, I don't see my therapist till I think this Tuesday or Thursday. It's one of those busy days, and those are usually the days that my husband has to rush around, and I'm usually a pain in the tush. Um, so that's how that is. But I need to find out what's going on with that. I don't actually think it's supposed to make you feel that sleepy. I know it's non-drowsy, so take a little guess on that one. But anyways, I did have one minor trigger. Um, it's before they actually went out grocery shopping. Like I say, they do the grocery shopping in the house, so yeah, I just do the laundry and clean. Anyways, so I don't know what it was exactly. I am starting to notice that if I get hostile extremely fast, like today I shot up from like a 1 to like maybe a 4 to a 5, maybe not quite a 5, more like a 4.5, 4.25, 4 1/8, something like that. So it was quick, just kind of like poof anger, and it was mainly because I was actually trying to discuss some important stuff. I've been doing a lot of research. Again, I can't find the paperwork. Quick mention of the, I actually had made a video on the medication that I was taking and the families or groups that they're in and all that kind of stuff. So, I did lose all my information on my laptop after replacing it with the new hard drive, which I'm happy I got the new hard drive. It's just that I lost everything. So I'm not going to get into that because I'll get a little down and depressed and don't want to do that. So I did have a trigger about that. It was like a minor one. I did actually control it. It took about anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes, which actually, I think the fact that they left and actually went to the grocery store helped because I was home alone, more able to focus and stuff like that. So yeah, it is a little bit better that when I get upset at a certain person for them not to be around, because they do calm down faster. Which I'm sure I'm not the only one that actually goes through that. So it's pretty cool that I could actually stop it before it got full blown. Full blown, as I have mentioned, is trying to shit the balls. Not the best thing in the world. Better. Um, so it is a big thing for me. As I've mentioned in past video journals, or I think on a few venting vlogs also, I did mention that I'm trying to find a anger management class or counseling type thing. I did finally get in touch with, for the life of me, I can't think of the website. I'm thinking. Hang on. I know I use Bing, and I put down Cincinnati, Ohio Anger Management Counseling, and it wasn't actually in the search. The search itself, it was in the sidebar, and I can't think of what number I called. It was actually 1-800 number. Oh my goodness, I'm bad. But anyways, I'm gonna skip it. I might think of it later. I do tend to forget stuff a lot. I think I forgot something last night too. It's actually part of the stress and anxiety and grief and everything mushed together. So I do tend to forget stuff just a little bit more than I usually do. So what they found was actually two guest organizations. The first one is actually through a program called Catholic Charities. That one seems a little different to me. And actually there's a class through the YWCA, which is for women. Like there's like no men there. Again, not too sure about that one. I've never been to an anger management class or counseling or course, or I actually haven't even read a book. I do believe I was given a book when I first came out of rehab, like 2001. Never actually got through the whole thing. I think like the first 10 pages. And that was pretty much about it. My anger wasn't that bad at the time. It was more frustration because I just, stopped doing whatever I was doing, alcohol and drugs wise. And I did have some hostility, but I did learn to control that. This anger, again, me and my therapist were trying to figure out exactly where it's coming from, which is not exactly a very easy thing to do when you got all these different things going on at once. It's really hard to pinpoint it to one exact thing, or as I mentioned in one video, I hope it's on here. It's actually called a therapy video. I have not checked YouTube to see if they're actually on there yet. But in therapy, we did talk about how the fact that I'm grieving and I'm stuck in anger, compounded with the loss and the grief, is also it's kind of magnified by the PTSD, which is magnified by my lack of control of things that happen in my life. So, yeah, it sounds like really weird stuff if I hear myself say it, but if you think about it, like inside your head, it actually makes a lot of sense. Because in the past, I never learned how to deal with grief. I never learned how to deal with what happened, that kind of stuff. And I think that's like part of the control factor, which led to the PTSD after everything that happened, which again I never dealt with. So my dad died, I never dealt with it. So my daughter's gone, she don't know how to deal with it. I'm usually a stuffer, so the fact that I'm actually outside of my bubble, like there's my bubble, and then like I'm like way out here. I am not in my safety zone. I'm actually out of it. It is a little bit terrifying. Is a good word. Terrifying, yes. I like to have my security around me. I like to feel safe. My therapist actually doesn't do that. She's not cushy. As I've said before, she's very straightforward. She will do the whole piece it together in her head and kind of add in her little tidbits of information that she knows and toss it back in your face and just kind of get you thinking, hope you're right. Well, hope that she's right. I don't think she's been wrong yet, except for like maybe one time, which we did actually talk about that and explain it. Well, I explained it. She listened. So yeah, again, a little bit off topic, but I hope I didn't go too far off and get you guys lost. So I was focusing on the anger thing today. I'm sorry for saying I'm trying to think. I feel calm and relaxed for the most part, but it's like not the calm and relaxed feeling like where you feel at peace or mellow or whatever you want to say. It's more along the lines of like I feel relaxed and calm, but I got this like feeling of dread, like something bad is about to happen, and I can't explain that. I'm hoping it is just anxiety. Oh, medication. Sorry, 1 second. I did not forget. I hope it's just part of my social anxiety disorder. I actually hope it's not something bad's gonna happen. That would suck. So, just my Klonopin stuff I usually take. No biggie. And I'm saying, because it's my favorite tea. This is not Mountain Dew. Trying not to drink caffeine. It's rather bad for people with anxiety. So, peeking out the door and make sure no one's watching. So actually it is Celestial Seasonings peppermint tea, and it kind of tastes like straight up candy cane in a bottle. I love mint. I'm a mint freak. You'll find out that I drink a lot of herbal teas and stuff like that. Oh, this fan is doing havoc on my hair. I can feel it. So, again with the anger issues, I have had no luck for about the past 2 weeks trying to find a program. I did find a great one actually, and it's completely free, and I loved it. They actually had like, I think there were like 4 programs. There was some for marriage counseling, then there was anger management and grief counseling also, along with mental health, and I mean it was just like everything in one location. And it's actually in Fairfield, which I'm not sure if you guys are too familiar with Ohio, but that's a bit of a drive from where I live. I'd say about 45 minutes, and that's like without traffic, I think. So doing that once or twice a week really was not an option right now. Kind of have to keep it close to the house. So actually the YWCA is actually downtown, so it's not that far. I could just step outside. The bus is about 2 blocks away from the house. I go down the street more. Yeah, I don't, safety precautions, go down the street just a little bit further. So, yes, I could just catch the bus down there and hope that my knee doesn't give out. I'm sorry, but with this Claritin, it seems like my tongue is swollen, like just a little bit, or I don't know what's going on. I'm still taking it because I can actually breathe and smell with it, and I just have to deal with the sleepiness, and my tongue feels like it's like swollen. So if I'm talking, I mispronounce words. It's because of the medication. So I'm very happy that I actually found 2 places to call instead of just one. So maybe they'll help me out. And pretty much screwed on getting books for anger management. I was kind of hoping to get like maybe 1 or 2. Not sure where everybody's from across the country, but there's actually this great store I love to go to. It's called Half Price Books. Of course, you kind of can guess the price of the books is like half price, and they got like everything there. I love it. They got games, videos, they got books about everything, and I don't know, I might be able to get out there and get one. I'm hoping, but you know how I hate to ask my husband for anything because he likes to go temper tantrums. He says that we don't have the money right now, so it usually turns into a spat, an argument. He gets kind of ticky at the checkout. Usually tosses a card out at me, or complains about it for a week or 2 weeks, which leads to more arguments, which actually leads to more triggers. So it's very, to me it's disturbing to the fact that I can't ask for what I want just for fear of him acting like a woman and complaining about how much it costs, and we didn't have the money to do this and this, and just knowing that for the next week or two that I gotta walk on eggshells just to keep myself sane. So I actually try not to ask for expensive stuff. I try to keep it cheap, which honestly is not me. I usually buy what I like to buy, so I'm not used to not having what I want yet. I'm still getting used to it, but hopefully I will be employed soon. So, and of course then he's gonna want money. Guarantee you on that one. Anyways, I did find this one site. I actually took a couple quizzes. Oh, I'm sorry, but my back only takes so much. I found some quizzes through different sites. Actually through links. Found one through the Mayo Clinic, I think it was. The WebMD, stuff like that, for anger. And I took a few of them. Most of them said I was like really bad. So I'm gonna pick the site that said I was just severe, which is actually pretty high from what the test I took. I think it's like they're like short questions. I think there's like 20 of them, if I'm thinking right. Hang on a second. Okay, maybe like 22 questions, and you just have to score a 1, 2, 3. Like if it's like a 1, it's like not that bad. 2 is kind of bad. 3 is like terrible. Got a lot of 3s on a lot of them, which was not shocking to me. It was more disturbing to actually see it in front of my face instead of just me thinking about it. So I think that's when I started to really delve into my computer today. I went downstairs, not the laptop, and try to find some kind of class to go to. Because I'm pretty sure that I'm driving my husband nuts and his nephew. So, yeah. But anyways, the site that I got it from, if I even wrote it down, give me 1 second here. I don't think I did. Because I tend to forget things, I have notebooks, as you can see, for just about everything. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I keep track of everything, my moods, sleeping habits, dreams, passwords, doctor's appointments. Not so much doctor's appointments because they actually call me back, but everything else goes in notebooks. It's not organized half the time, so that's the fun part. Let me see. This site is actually called, Anger Management Resource. I will probably post a link to it at the bottom of the video. I'm still trying to figure out YouTube and all this stuff. I'm not too familiar with it. Like I said before, I was actually on a site based out of Germany, which was much simpler, hands-on, push, you're done, and the whole thing set up. YouTube is a bit more different. You actually have to go to all these different pages to get one thing done. So it's a little bit confusing. But I did take this quiz, and seriously, you kind of have to be honest with yourself, which is the shitty part. I apologize for cursing, but so I scored in the severe category. That, yeah, I think that was 1 below serious, or it's serious then severe. I can't remember. Anyways, I'm bad. Um, so, tomorrow I do plan on calling the YWCA, which is actually, for me, I'm hoping this works out, would be the best route, because I could just, go out on the main drag, as you call it, catch a bus, hop downtown, and it's like a block from the bus stop downtown, so it's not that far. So actually, it would be a good place to go to. The whole thing with that, again, don't want to get too much into this, is the anxiety issue. Social anxiety is a freaking nightmare. I really hate it. For the most part, if I go to someplace new or anything like that, I will actually charge up my phone to the max. I mean, I will keep it charged in for like an extra half hour just in case, and actually listen to Pandora for the bus ride, just in case someone decides to start up a conversation. I can't hear them. I sound so mean, but it actually does keep me kind of calm. So as for going to a meeting and actually talking about my anger, I don't know how good that's gonna go. Yeah, it was kind of. I remember my AA meetings. About the first 2 or 3 months, I was kind of like the wallflower in the group. I am shy. That's the social anxiety bringing in. Main thing, shyness. Don't want to. I'm afraid I might say something wrong. I might be judged. Just stupid stuff that I really should not be concerned about. Especially at my age, because I'm in my 30s. You'd think I'd be over it, but I'm not. So, I'm getting nervous just talking about it. Oh my god. I believe in AA it took me about 2.5 months to actually get the courage to stand up and ask for a sponsor, which was a nightmare. I do know that I haven't mentioned this before, how I ask them to turn around, which sounds completely mean. If anybody's been to a meeting, like, nobody says that. I don't think I've been to a meeting where anybody has said that except for myself. So, I'm the oddball. But I do try to explain to people after the meeting, like a few that I don't feel are going to be hostile, take it the wrong way. I kind of have to like stare at them all and just pick a few out. And I do say I'm sorry, but I have this disorder, and having the whole room staring at you, it's just like, and that's how you feel inside. You're completely frozen. You can't move. It's just like you are completely paralyzed. So hopefully this goes okay. I really do. I know that I do need some help. As you can tell, the wall actually is. I know I just posted the video of it last night, which I'm sure there's names in here that I did try to skip over really fast. So yeah, but it does concern me a little bit. I'm not snapping, I'm not having a psychosis, I'm not hearing stuff or seeing stuff. There's not somebody in my head saying, oh, put this on the wall. It's not even close to that. It's just, I can't paint right now, which honestly is what I wanted to do. We got so many paint cans downstairs, upstairs, wherever, of like all these different colors, that I actually had planned on painting my feelings on the wall. But if I painted my feelings on the wall, his nephew, my husband's nephew's still here. So, what's that smell? Where's it coming from? What's she doing? Too many questions. So I chose black permanent marker. Next best thing. It was that or crayons, and crayons is just messy, so I chose a marker. I kind of wish I would have done the painting, personally. For myself, it's more therapeutic, it's calming, relaxing, that kind of stuff. And I am sorry about my shirts, I hate that. So, yeah. I actually used to paint a lot and sketch and draw. I actually took a lot of art classes, but again, part of the low self-esteem, PTSD, domestic relationship, basically totally sucked me dry. I know it's been a long time since I've been in that relationship, but it actually does stay with you. I am over what's happened. It's just that there's certain aspects of it that I just haven't got past yet. So I am very hard on myself about certain things, and trying to express my feelings is actually one of them. I hate showing weakness now. That's partly just because of the way I was raised. You're supposed to be like a proper woman, so don't show weakness, that kind of thing. Also, being in the domestic violence relationship kind of negatively reinforced those issues. So I try not to show my emotions, except for anger. I have no problem showing anger. That is a little cuckoo if you think about it. So yeah, I don't like to show emotion as much. With my daughter, I showed it. I had no problem, which is, I think that's normal. Yeah, don't think that's the wrong way. But it's different with your own child than with a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. So with the child, it's more unconditional love, the same as them. Not saying that children are a pet, I'm saying, but it's kind of like the same thing as having a pet. Unconditional love. They don't judge you. They don't put you down for nothing. They just crave attention, crave love, all that kind of stuff. So with my daughter, we clicked really well, except towards when I started having my mood swings. Not mood swings, angry outbursts. I guess you could call them mood swings. Kind of in the same category. After my husband messed around with the same woman twice. I will admit that I did get a little bit bad. I did actually, I went online and found out. I did a reverse search, but you actually had to pay for this one. It's like the detailed reverse search thing. And actually did stalk her for a little bit. So, ew, right? I'm kind of creepy. I did actually have somebody help me out with that. I'm not going to mention names. So, but it was a little creepy to actually follow this woman around, or person. Can't say woman. Can't exactly say homewrecker, considering that her and my husband's kids and his family, you know, consider me the mistress, and she's the one that he really wanted. So I will never get that out of my head either. I have a lot of resentments about this. So that's when the anger started coming out, was the second time that it actually happened. And that sucks. I think mainly that one was the hardest because it actually started in the month of my daughter's the month of my daughter's birthday, and yeah, it kind of blew. I mean, how messed up do you gotta be to actually do that? So, and if I remember correctly, which I'm pretty sure I do, because I don't forget the things that piss me off, I forget the other stuff first. So, I do remember that he did not buy her nothing for her birthday that year, or for Christmas that year either. I actually had to do all the shopping, the wrapping, the buying, and everything. He didn't do nothing, diddly squat. So, wow. Really start to wonder, why am I in this situation? If anyone has an answer for that, please share. Really, please share. I'm being serious. It would help a lot. Any advice? I do talk to my family, just not again, I got two moms, East Coast, West Coast, so one knows East Coast. She doesn't know the whole story, but she knows basically what she needs to know so that she don't get too stressed out. I know she has some issues, health issues. Try not to stress her out too much. And as I said, my mom on the West Coast is kind of like, seriously, like the best friend you never had. I believe I said that. I have said that before. It's like I can tell her everything because she's been through it all. So, yeah, it's the closest friend I have. I don't have any friends here. So, peppermint. So, left peppermint. Sorry, everybody. So one thing I will do, again, for the second time, which the first time it took me about, I would say between 10 to 15 different videos to get it right. I don't edit any videos, I just spill it out and post it for the most part. Editing tends to actually, it just doesn't feel right if I take out like a piece of what I'm saying or expressing just because I took a break or because I'm trying to squish for time. I just don't enjoy doing that myself. So again, I have to make the videos. I did do one about anxiety issues. There's certain types. There's the social anxiety, which is what I have. And it's worth those still. And there's also the generalized anxiety. There's like all kinds of different things between those. I did actually make a video about that. Didn't have time to post it. It was still on my laptop. I also made a video about the medications I've been on, which has not been fun. It's been like, I feel like a guinea pig stuck on a roller coaster, or a tilty whirl. That's even better. Okay, forget the roller coaster. I'm stuck on a tilty whirl. If anybody's been on, yeah, that's kind of how it feels. I'm stuck on a tilty whirl. There we go. So I don't go into too much detail. I do try to group the ones that I did take into their families. Anybody who takes any psychiatric meds knows that there's like certain families. There's, for instance, there's like SSRIs, there's SNRIs, there's SDRIs, there's all kinds of stuff. They're in families, I call them. I think they're called something else, but I just call them families. And again, for the most part, within each family, I've tried between 2 to 6 prescriptions, and every one of them, I have bad reactions. Not saying that it's going to happen to you. I'm not saying that at all. Please don't take that the wrong way. Don't. It's just that I'm the kind of person, I was not healthy as a kid. I was rather sick a lot. So that's the first weird thing. The second weird thing is that I'm the kind of person, I hate this. I wish it could be somebody else, but I don't want to wish it on nobody. So, but usually if there's like a slew of like bad side effects from something, I get them. Believe it or not, I do. I have had so many doctors, and we just cannot figure out why that happens. But usually, like I said, with like certain pills, there's like the worst side effects. I get them every single time. I am actually allergic to Benadryl, which gives me hives, which is actually the opposite because it's supposed to cure hives, make them go away, but I get hives from it. That's how freaky my body is. It is like completely against itself half the time. So it's definitely not in sync. It's a little weird. Again, my doctors are completely confused about it half the time. They don't know what to do. Yeah, it is kind of scary. Kind of worries me that when I get older, what's going to happen, like if I get high blood pressure or, something like that, and I got to take more pills than I'm taking now, how are those side effects going to affect me? That's the kind of stuff I think about, because it does kind of worry me. Yeah, I have been through a lot of prescription psychiatric medication, not prescription, not a pill popper. I've been through a lot of psychiatric meds, which I will do the video separately on that one, along with the anxiety one. The video that I started to do on PCOS, I was going to do like a 3-part thingy for the PCOS, because it's kind of intricate, detailed, it's nasty. There's actually not a cure for that, so kind of what I live with. There are some times in videos, which I doubt if you can even see it, but I do have this thing called Hirschism. Don't ask me to spell it, I know how to say it, but it's actually a part of the PCOS. And what happens is that you tend to get a lot of male traits because your body produces more testosterone than estrogen, which is really messed out. So again, it's like my body is completely fighting itself. It's creepy. So I have hair on my arms, which I don't know if you can see. This HD setting is awesome. It kind of blends everything in, but it's there. I get hair on my chest, my back, and the whole sideburns. Underneath right here, I get hair on the sides, right there, mustache, that kind of stuff. Along with infertility and high blood pressure possibly in the future, diabetes, and then stuff just falling apart inside. So, again, whenever I start any psychiatric medication, I do see my psychiatrist and we do talk about it. Usually I will take his suggestions for the most part. With some I will ask, because there's people do tend to give off signs when they're uncomfortable talking about something. So his is like he tends to swivel in this chair. I'm not going to tell him that, because then he'll stop doing it. I kind of need that sign to know, okay, I should not be taking the medication. But I do watch for those signs. And I actually have to compare it with my disease that I have. And then I also have to be cautious of the way it will affect certain organs in my body, or the way it's going to affect me, period, because of my alcohol and drug use. So I try to be a little weary about taking new medication. It's also those two factors, plus just the whole anxiety thing. You're taking something new, oh my god, what's gonna happen? I know I'm probably rambling just a little bit. So yeah, when I get a new psychiatric med, or anything for that matter, I do not read the side effects. I toss them to the side. I actually have a drawer full of everything that I take. But I do not read the side effects until I start to feel something, or if I do feel something. Most of the time, I end up feeling something within the first couple days of the first week, and then of course I gotta stop taking it. So yeah. So if you've seen the other videos, it might make some sense to you now as to why I don't want to go back to the psych ward, even though my therapist thinks I should. And my psychiatrist says that the home that I'm staying in that is actually a unhealthy setting and a very stress-inducing environment, which is not a lie. It is the truth. If you've seen any of my other videos, you will know that. I let it all hang out. I just spill the beans. This house is very stressful, for the most part. It is very unhealthy, again. And it's a little creepy that I'm sitting in my daughter's room doing this. But it's the only quiet room where I know no one's going to come in here. So I'm kind of getting used to it. It's not exactly in my comfy zone, not even close, but it's kind of getting there. After all, I do have to actually paint the walls and decorate it a little bit, put up shelves and all these pictures and stuff I got, and turn it into like a little computer, well, whatever room. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it's going to be. It's just going to have my stuff in it. It's going to be like my room where if I get totally furious, I can come in here and just sit on the floor and scream if that's what works best for me. Honestly, I'm getting tired of the bathroom. That is usually my quiet room, so the bathroom is beginning to suck. The bathroom upstairs is actually kind of hot during the evening, so that sucks. Bathroom downstairs, again, there's two men using the bathroom. It stinks most of the time. I swear to God that I don't know if it's just my husband and my nephew, or if it's like every guy out there, but they must think that their thing is like a foot long, because they just totally do not get it in that big circle that's called the toilet. It goes everywhere else except in the potty. So it does tend to stink. It smells like tea. I don't like it. And yeah. I can't say that's the first though. I've never actually met any other man who hasn't made it in the potty. So I don't know what the problem is or who's doing it. I think I need to get back on another topic right now. So let me think here for a second. A good thing to have. I did talk to my mom on the East Coast. I got like, what, 13 minutes or something. She did seem kind of odd on the phone. Kind of distant. I don't know exactly what's going on. She said that she did talk to my sis. And started to kind of ask questions about this and that, everything else, and I didn't tell her. I did say that I did get a postal address from our mom and Callie. Again, my family's even the stressor. So yeah, that's how this is working out. And I didn't go beyond that. She did mention that my sis told her that she had cancer, which I think she told me that like last year. I don't think she's gone for treatment or surgery yet, which, considering that she has health insurance, makes no sense to me at all. Yeah. And she started asking questions like what she's doing, if she's still drinking or doing anything. Her living situation is a little weird, since nobody's actually going to watch these. I was told by both my moms that she's actually staying with a married couple, which seems a little weird. Just a little bit. Yeah. She was supposed to, she was going to get help to get her own place, which would be like awesome. Personally, when I was single, I loved it. I really did. I mean, like, the whole place is yours. You guys can do whatever you want. You could have pink and purple everywhere and stick flowers and candles in, like, every room. And it was perfect because it was yours. So, it does seem a little weird that, again, if she's staying with married people, I don't quite understand that. I don't know if I want to understand it. It's just, I mean, my gut is just saying that something doesn't sound right. And as I mentioned, my gut's like never wrong, never, ever, ever. It's always been right my whole life. So this is a little different. I'm trying not too hard to think about it. I know I have actually blocked her off my Facebook page, just because she could not get her stuff together. Hate to put it that way. She actually had a lot of good chances to get things going and get things started, and she chose to burn a lot of bridges. So, but I did unblock her. I said, you know, hi to her just to see if she would answer back, and she did. So she's still there, just not sure where. I know that my mom on the West Coast said that she actually tried to write her, but they keep on coming back. My mom on the East Coast says that she tries to call her, but nobody answers. So I'm not going to get too stressed about it. That's a trigger. It really is. Considering that, you know, she's my actual blood, and we live in the same city, and we're not even talking to each other. Wow. But that's kind of, I don't know, that's from what I've heard from a lot of friends that, a few of the friends I talk to, not all of them, because some don't actually come from big families or like have siblings, but from what I do understand from different aspects from people, is that with sisters, either you love each other or you hate each other. Like, there is no in between. So it's not like having a friend where it can be like on one day, off the next, and then you're like, oh my. It's kind of not like that. Our relationship is just either I love you or I hate you, or, you know, that's it. There's no space in the middle. That space is gone. So right now we're at the hate you space. I hate to put it that way. So my support system is actually this right here. Not the videos. Actually the internet. And talking to people on there. Again, actually meeting people is a big trigger for me. I hate crowds. Meeting new people is very nerve-wracking for me. So I tend to chat online. safe sites, not any perverted fetish toe licking thing. It's completely normal sites. It's just we chat. Most of them tend to be in Europe, England, Germany, Russia, that kind of stuff, where it's kind of like broken English with like a lot of their language, which is actually kind of cool on my end, because I'm actually picking up on part of what they're saying in their language at the same time, so it's like I can read it and be like, holy crap, how do I know these words? It blows me away. So it is kind of cool. Besides that, I think that's about it. And again, today is actually pretty mellow. I've been spending the past 2 days actually like zoning out on the Olympics, which is unbelievable. Especially, I forgot her name, but I think she's like 16. She was in the aquatic sports, and holy cow, is she fast! Totally blew me away. I could not believe that. Archery, I think, was a very good one. Both the men's and the women's. I loved it. Especially the women's. It was like in the rain, which is like more complicated. And honestly, I was kind of rooting for China because it's been so long. And actually, Korea got the gold. I think like the 4th Olympics in a row. Not that I don't like Korea. Love it, but man, I was kind of hoping that China might get it. They were disappointed. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, not too much big on the gymnastics, the volleyball. I just like watch it. I don't actually keep track of it. The soccer, I don't get into that too much either. The diving was kind of cool, but I'm not a big water person. I have actually drowned, so it makes me a little uncomfortable to watch that sometimes, because they show the picture from like up underneath, and I'm like, oh god, flashback, don't do this to me. Which I was not aware that that was even a trigger. So woohoo! Watch the Olympics, find a new trigger. Wow. So anyways, I will cut this off. Tomorrow's Monday, so of course my hubby's not going to be here for most of the day. So wait, something like that. I can't keep track. He's always doing something for somebody or something. And if he's not doing that, then he's sleeping. So that's my husband. Out with his friends or his nephew or the store, or sleeping, or trying to come on in a dirty, kinky, totally disrespectful, old-fashioned, like prostitute houseway. Yeah, he's a little weird. Anyways, I do not apologize for that. I don't. That's the truth. So with that, I will let you go. I don't think there's too much else to say. My day is really mellow. Didn't do too much. Again, I apologize if my words are slurred. My tongue feels swollen. I'm hoping it's not going to clear within. I really do, because I can actually breathe and I can taste. My throat's not as sore. It's still itchy and my tonsils are swollen, but now that my tongue's swollen, kind of got me freaked out just a little bit. So anyways, I will let you go. Again, I will post a link for this anger test, which kind of freaked me out. Wow, it is a little amazing. I did take a few other ones. Again, I don't remember what sites they were on. I did not stick them in my notebook. So, yeah, those were the ones that I tested really high on. I just chose not to write them down. So, I wrote down the one that wasn't that bad. Again, I know I have a problem. I'm just trying not to face it. So, I will let you go. Yeah, I'll probably stick to the PM journals, and I gotta start doing the videos that I did have, start doing them again. It's going to take a while because I do like to see it a few times so I don't have to keep on staring at the paper, which sucks because my memory is kind of shoddy. So even though I've done the videos already, I actually have to start all over from scratch and just keep on recording, delete, until I get it mostly down pat. So that sucks. Yeah, so that's it for tonight. I think I'm done. Nothing else to say. Everything was good. Called my family. That kind of stuff. One trigger. Controlled it. But again, I will mention that I think one of the big positive things was that they actually left the house, went to the grocery store. I think that's why I controlled it so well. So it's a good thing that I did control it. Bad thing that I actually noticed I controlled it better when they left. So yeah, can't exactly ask them to leave every time I have a total meltdown and get angry, burst into flames. It feels like. So I gotta try to work on that. But my medication's actually kicking in right now. So I'll talk to you tomorrow, if not sooner. Again, as I mentioned, if I have any off-wall dreams, especially nightmares, I do keep track of those, just to see if they're connected or intertwined with what's going on in life. That kind of stuff. So this is actually late, so I will say good night or good morning. It is 1:38 right now, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.